What does a day actually look like to live alone a comfortable life in China? Not a luxury lifestyle and not a survival budget, just a normal daily life where you can afford a nice place, eat out and have hobbies. Today, I'm taking you along with me for an ordinary day, breaking down everything from my daily rent and subway fares to what I spend at mall meals and my dance studio, so you can see the exact costs. But honestly, the numbers are only half the story. Living solo here is incredibly smooth because of how digital everything is. You run your entire day through apps, like grabbing a quick discount on a snack, or buying your groceries online while standing in the actual aisle, so you don't have to carry heavy bags home. It's a completely different way of living. Let's get into it. Hello, my name is Jing and I'm 33. Living alone in a city of 14 million people, Wuhan, China. Waking up on a weekend with absolutely nowhere to rush to is a great feeling. This is my base camp, a huge room, entirely my own space. The city outside is massive, loud and constantly moving, but inside here it's just quiet. Grabbing a cup of warm water and just standing on the balcony for a few minutes is my favorite morning ritual. My rent here is 2,500 yuan per month. That's about 84 yuan per day. Just a nice quiet moment to wake up before heading out. Let's head out. The apartment is peaceful, but we've got a lot of ground to cover today. My apartment building is a modern high-rise with a neat, managed community layout. For 2,500 yuan per month, you get a facial identify secured entry and a nice and clean environment. Even a beautiful Japanese-style courtyard garden. My first stop today is a shopping hub for lunch. It's about 3 kilometers away. It took me 15 seconds to call a taxi, and the driver is 4 minutes away. Wuhan is a vibrant city. Every time you look around, there is always something new being built. My taxi has arrived.
你好，2927，谢谢。
Public transit here is great, but today I wanted the comfort of a direct ride. It's nice to be able to track your route and arrival time in real time. We're passing a huge indoor ski resort nearby. It has 31,000 square meters. Really wild to see something like this right in the middle of the city. And here we are, at the Yan Mall. It's honestly huge. It's a brand from Japan where it's usually just a basic supermarket. The mall is split into 2 separate buildings connected by a walkway on the second floor, with a 2-way road running underneath them. Malls are incredibly popular in China for the weekend. They've really become community hubs where people come to do everything from eating and hanging out to just spending the day. I don't actually come to them very often though, but when you haven't been to one in a long time, stepping inside can feel a bit exciting. Here comes my taxi bill. 3.3 kilometers cost 10.48 RMB. How much would this cost where you live? The food court is massive. You can pretty much find any kind of food you want here. Bread and pastries have become incredibly popular in China lately. Even on a weekend morning, people are totally fine waiting in these long lines. The prices actually shock me sometimes for just a single pastry. But despite the cost, people are more than willing to line up and buy them. The staff can barely keep up, constantly rushing out to refill the counters with fresh trays. Here we are. The Chinese pizza stand I've been looking forward to since last night. It's expected that businesses giving out free samples like this in China now. Whether you're at a restaurant or just walking through a supermarket. It is so good, as usual. I immediately ordered my own, 11.9 yuan per piece. Watching them make it is pretty interesting, because it's all about speed and efficiency. They use a pre-made frozen dough, throw on different toppings according to the order they receive, and pass them through this automated oven machine. It cooks everything perfectly with precise heat, so it comes out piping hot and ready to go in no time. Once it comes out, the worker immediately takes it over to the counter to prep it. Depending on what you want, they'll either cut it up into small pieces or serve it to you exactly as it is. Finally, I got my food. Time to dig in. There is nothing more satisfying than enjoying the simple luxury of eating alone, completely focused on the food you've been craving. Just sitting here, watching the busy world go by while having my favorite meal. It's the perfect way to spend some personal me time after a long work week. Time to get some dessert. Living in China can be chaotic and fast-paced, but as long as you stay tuned to yourself, you can always find your own peace, even in a noisy, crowded place. It's interesting to see how she insists on shaping the ice cream into mountains. Being able to shape ice cream like this without it melting right away is considered a symbol of high quality, which is exactly why she is doing it. This is to show that they are a high-profile brand. As cool as it looks though, the ice cream is a bit too expensive for my wallet. For this price, I prefer to choose something different, a little bit healthier, but still rich and satisfying. I ended up finding the perfect spot, but instead of walking straight up to the counter, I'm checking it online first. Here is a tip. You can usually save a little bit of money by ordering through apps, or find coupons from their official TikTok live streams that run non-stop. The best part is, they still make it completely fresh right in front of you. So you get the discount without sacrificing the quality. This delicious bowl has a scoop of ice cream on top, paired with brown rice and fresh mango. It costs 18.8 yuan. It's my second time having it, because its taste is amazing. And it's the perfect rich yet healthier treat I was looking for. Living in the city is just so convenient in China, because you can walk into any mall and find great food instantly. It feels so good to know that you can always treat yourself to something this satisfying without spending a lot of money. Underneath, there are some milk-flavored shaved ice, making the dessert more rich in taste. In this mall, you can also easily find food from other places, like Hong Kong food. The smell alone is enough to make you stop walking and watch them making it in front of you. Korean food and Japanese food, all with very affordable prices. It honestly feels like in modern life, all our cravings can be easily satisfied, especially when you live in a booming metropolis like Wuhan. In these large malls, you can find a lot of different fancy boutiques for women. But I seldom see people inside. I always wonder how they make money. Because in fact, you can find everything online for a much cheaper price. The prices in the store can easily be 2 or 3 times higher than they are online. These are the technological advances in China that can keep your living expenses low. These are all sun protection products. In China, there is a massive obsession with maintaining fair skin and preventing sun damage, to the point where people will try their absolute best to avoid going outside when the sun is out. And when they have to step outside, they don't take any chances. They protect their skin to the fullest. If you're in China in summer, you will see people walking with full face masks on the street. Sometimes even when it's already dark, or when they are driving in a car. GGI is another well-known brand from China. People are lining up to play with their newest release, the Pocket 4P. For the first time, it comes with a dual lens for better zooming. This camera is exclusive for the Chinese market at the moment. After the popularity of the DJI 3, I am sure this one will do even better. More and more people record their lives or even start a YouTube channel. Next, I stopped by this cute little lifestyle store. It's sort of like a Miniso, where everything is super cheap and charming. They have a bit of everything. But what really caught my eye are this massive wall of tiny miniature alcohol bottles. They look so cute, but it makes me wonder who the target customers actually are. This place is really a nice, fun place to hang out. Everything is inexpensive, and shopping here just makes you feel good. Kids are used to spending their time in malls with their parents nowadays, and malls are intentionally designed around this need. I decided to grab a bike to head over to the Walmart in the nearby mall for some weekend grocery shopping. This bike actually has a shock absorption set up to reduce the bumps, so I wanted to try it out and see how it rides. Here we are, an 18 minutes ride for 2.8 RMB. It's really expensive in my opinion. First, let's take a rest and get a 9.9 RMB Luckin coffee in hand. I chose an oat milk latte. I love how much flavor it adds to the coffee. I am lucky today, the forming is very good. Working as a 9 to 6 international sales manager, my off hours are never truly my own. The second a message pops up, whether from the factory or a client, I have to reply, even in a relaxing coffee shop on a weekend. Car showrooms are popping up in almost every mall nowadays. You can just walk in and check them out while you're shopping. It makes learning about cars so much easier, especially for first-time buyers. You might won't believe it. There are in total 9 different car brands in this mall. This particular Volkswagen was designed exclusively for the Chinese market. Walking into Walmart brings back memories. It's so rare to see self-service lockers at supermarkets anymore. So even though I didn't have much to store, I couldn't resist using them just to get that familiar feeling of the old days. I didn't forget to bring my own shopping bag. Walmart have actually been scaling back in China, and you barely see these traditional stores around nowadays. I remember back when I was living in Guangzhou, I used to visit one all the time, and then suddenly it just disappeared. It turns out they've been closing down their old megastores to focus on online delivery and Sam's Clubs instead. The half-cut watermelons are refrigerated and come with a spoon, so you can enjoy them right away. They really make everything so convenient these days. Back in the day, you had to wait until you got home to wash the fruit, cool it, and cut everything yourself. Now you can just buy it and enjoy it. I always enjoy stopping by the kitchenware section. Even though I don't actually cook that much, I enjoy looking at different cooking tools. And it always gives me a funny illusion that if I had these beautiful pots or pans, I'd become good at cooking immediately.
Super heavy.
Chinese kitchens usually don't come with a built-in oven. I've been thinking about buying this oven and microwave combo. It even says it can do barbecue. This is the real reason I came here today. This specific spicy chili bean sauce. I use it all the time and always keep a jar or two at home. But wow, the price has actually gone up. It's 3 yuan cheaper online, so I'll just order it on my phone. I also spotted some Japanese curry and thought about making curry chicken, but that product is cheaper online too. Since you can't drink the tap water here, buying drinking water is always a must. To reach the minimum for free delivery and avoid carrying everything home, I'll just order these online as well. Normally, I actually quite enjoy the feeling of walking home with full shopping bags, but I just can't say no to saving money, so I'll buy it all online instead. This metal dishcloth is one of my favorite kitchen supplies of all time. Well, at least I got something out of this supermarket trip today. Self-checkout is basically the way to go now. Just use facial recognition, tap to confirm, and the payment is done. My camera battery is dying, so I'm renting a shared power bank. I can return it at any of the many drop-off locations throughout the mall or around the city. It's dinner time. The society has made solo living so convenient these days. Eating hot pot used to be a special social event, something you did when gathering with friends, but now you can just enjoy it alone whenever you want. It's amazing how things we once treated as special occasions have become a normal part of our daily life. And they're totally budget-friendly too. I love coming here and picking out exactly what I want to eat. Having hot pot with friends is still a lot of fun, but eating alone is great too. because I get to choose all my favorite ingredients, control the level of the heat, add my own soup, and eat entirely at my own pace. Here's a little reminder of the prices, so you can see what fits your budget. After finished eating, a staff member came over and counted everything in front of you again. Here is the bill, 19 yuan. I also managed to return the power bank before the second hour started, so the total came to 5 yuan. Time to go home. It's already getting late. And since this subway station is quite near, it's still pretty quiet and peaceful without the usual crowds. It's just 3 stations away from my place, and riding this new subway line is always a pleasant experience. Smooth, clean. And only costs 2 yuan. Can you believe it? From the station exit, it's just another 5-minute walk back home. The groceries I ordered earlier have already been delivered to my door. Having everything you need show up right at your door makes living independently so easy and enjoyable. I also ordered some passion fruit to make drinks, along with 2 huge bottles of drinking water. All of this, including delivery cost, is just 38.4 yuan. Dancing is a new hobby I picked up last year. So I invested in a 1-year membership that costs 3,560 yuan and gives me unlimited access. That means I can take any class, at any time, on any day. It's great because I can learn whatever style I'm in the mood for, whether it's jazz, choreography, K-pop, traditional Chinese dance, or hip-hop. The schedule and class times are fixed, and the teachers post previews of the choreography a few days in advance, which makes it really easy to choose exactly which sessions I want to attend. When you break it down, 3,560 yuan a year comes to less than 10 yuan a day. If you think about it that way, it's a small price to pay for your health and happiness. Finding something that lets you completely disconnect and focus on yourself is always a worthwhile investment. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.